We start, however, with a big update in Arizona's response to COVID-19, and this is really all about testing right now. State Health Director Kara Christ revealing in a blog post that COVID-19 testing is now available to more people in Arizona. She says now anyone who thinks they've been exposed to or could be infected with coronavirus can get a test. Previously, the criteria was limited to only those considered high risk and people with very specific symptoms. ABC 15's Cameron Pullum speaking with a coronavirus survivor who says he's hopeful about what this would mean for other patients.
It got to the point where I couldn't breathe.
Matt Newey continues to recover from the coronavirus, the 23-year-old testing positive in mid-March following a skiing trip to Colorado with friends. He returned home feeling odd and just happened to have a doctor's appointment a few days later. He had a fever by then, tested negative for the flu, and that's when his doctor tested him for coronavirus.
24 hours later, I get this call from my doctor and he tells me I've tested positive for COVID-19.
Newey immediately took action.
It goes to show how important testing and contact tracing are, because I was able to instantly start contact tracing to all of my friends.
It would take 5 days before all of the friends from the ski trip could get tested. Many rejected because of lack of symptoms and the fact they didn't fall in the vulnerable category.
Eventually, all of my 4 other friends all tested positive for the virus.
As the state of Arizona announces an expansion of the testing criteria, Newey says it's critical as it forced him to immediately change his habits.
If you don't know you're infected and you're not practicing the necessary precautions, you could be easily spreading it.
We have to be ready to start opening up, and we need that testing in order to assess the risk.
Infectious disease expert and co-director of TGen North, Dr. Paul Keim, says increased testing will guide us when lifting the lockdown. If there are small clusters discovered, they can be mitigated quickly.
In those particular cases, we probably don't want to be pulling off the lockdown. We want to keep those communities very carefully controlled.
Beginning immediately, anyone who thinks they've been exposed or could be infected with COVID-19 can get a test. The new order comes as testing supplies at hospitals, private medical labs, universities, and other healthcare facilities has increased, hopefully providing the insight the state needs to make the critical decisions fast approaching. Patients seeking out a test are advised to visit their primary care doctor, who will direct them to the proper testing facility. I'm Cameron Pullum, ABC 15 Arizona.